Hi everyone, good afternoon. I'm really sorry I couldn't be with you for this fantastic event that I was really looking forward to, but as it happens I'm currently in Bratislava and recording this video so that we can have a conversation about open government partnership as Maxim wanted us to have in run-up to your hackathon. I will be really brief today. So the first question Maxim wanted me to answer was about the motivation of the government of Montenegro to join the Open Government Partnership. As you know, I come from UNDP Montenegro, so I really would not feel comfortable commenting on the government of Montenegro motivation. But as the OGP is a new multilateral initiative, really standing out, and trying to make governments better, I think that any reasonable, accountable government would want to join such an initiative. So just a brief reminder of basic principles. I'm sure other speakers would have covered it already. The OGP wants to achieve more transparent, more effective and more accountable government. Maxim, the wonderful colleague who organized all of this, also wanted me to touch upon three striking features of the OGP that I think are weakest and three that I feel are the strongest. So, what I like about the OGP, as I said, it's a new multilateral initiative launched only 2 years ago. It already has garnered the support of 57 participating countries and touching lives of some 2 billion people in the world. But what really makes it stand out is empowering the citizens. The OGP wants to empower the citizens of participating countries. It wants to harness the powers of new technologies to improve governance, and this has to be achieved by delivering new commitments. So any country who wants to participate should not really be recycling old strategic policies or old policy directions. This is about new commitments that bring demonstrable change in people's lives. And another striking item about the OGP is that because of the enthusiasm that has been generated thus far, it has created a race to the top of transparency. So I like OGP. But Maxim also wanted me to cover maybe some drawbacks that might arise in OGP implementation. I have been able to notice three thus far. My understanding is, and what I'm reading and what I'm generating as information, is that citizens, the ones that should be empowered in the development of new commitments, might not be fully aware of the Open Government Partnership. To them, this might just be a new snazzy word that they hear every once in a while in the media, but do they really understand the power the OGP gives them in their lives? Another question is, a lot of the OGP is about collaboration between the government and the civil society, but let's also stop and ask ourselves, is every NGO really equipped with a citizen mandate? And do all of them have connection to the grassroots? That's another big question. Second striking feature that might be a potential drawback for the OGP is open data. It currently comprises some 1/3 of all OGP delivered commitments, and it's been said that open data will deliver economic growth and it will spur innovation. But for this to be realized, we have to ask ourselves, is open data really something that your ordinary average citizen is going to access over their morning cup of coffee? Or is it maybe just a random hacker here and there and business community that obviously can have a lot of benefits from open data sets? Another issue is the one that is currently being resolved by the new chairmanship, that's the UK. Do we have effective monitoring of implementation of OGP commitments in the participating countries? Do we know whether these commitments are making a change in people's lives, and is someone doing any kind of serious probing? As I said, this was non-existent thus far, but it's one of the priorities of the UK chairmanship. So it's really you, civic hackers, NGOs, interested citizens who can make a difference with open data, because for it to make an impact that everyone is hoping for, it has to come up with a feedback loop. There has to be many iterations of open data products so that maybe some behaviors are changed. So just for you, for your inspiration, a diagram that I picked up from Rufus Pollock. It basically gives you this circular feedback loop between open data, where it exists, tools, how open data is utilized, how it is used to tell stories to people that people can actually care about and relate to, and how these tools actually change behaviors. So for your thinking process, maybe this diagram will be helpful. I don't know how we are running with time, but I really want to share one striking OGP commitment that took place in Montenegro. It's called Citizens' Voice. It's a platform for e-petitioning to the government, available for any adult Montenegrin citizen and even for foreigners who have a national IDs issued by the authorities. So it's a web-based application, really simple. We went live on October 9th, 2012, and it's already a month of the platform's operation. We have some 11 petitions online, and it seems that there is a great appetite from the citizens to actually engage in the political processes and shape the policies that relate to their daily lives. This one was the most popular thus far. It's about building or repairing existing care centers for children. There was a lot of NGO activity around it and promotion on social media. So one way to generate support for your petition that you, an adult citizen of Montenegro, can create is to share it on your social media platforms like Facebook and Twitter, and that way you can alert your followers, your friends, your colleagues that you have submitted a petition and they can eventually support it. So apparently what we were trying to do and what the government wants us to help them with is to give people a voice, and the government will listen. And this is actually taking place as we speak. Some 20 days after the platform was released into operation, an NGO collected first findings of the platform's implementation, and they submitted an open letter to the Prime Minister with several proposals for improving the functioning of this platform, and some of them relate to the functionalities of the technology, others relate to, for example, criteria, which at the time being are set to 6,000 signatures for a petition to be actually considered by the ministry. And some people in my country feel that given the penetration of internet and access to these technologies, 6,000 signatures is a lot. So we just have to wait and see what happens there. Again, I'm really sorry I cannot be with you. I would have loved attending the event. My message to you is code for social good. And don't forget that you are heroes of your own communities and you actually have the power to change people's lives. Thank you.